If you're watching this video, chances are you live most of your life online. You communicate with your friends online, you scroll through their stories and perhaps stories of influencers to pass the time. You Google how many zeros there are in a trillion and then immediately forget because your attention gets pulled away by some new app for your new phone. You order food online, check work emails. You see how hot it's going to get tomorrow, send a WhatsApp text to your friend about how shitty your boss makes you feel. You check stock prices, then stalk that ex of yours. It's hard to imagine your life without the internet when so much of your life is spent online. Yet you convince yourself that all this is just superficial fluff. It gives you something to do when you have nothing else to do. All the really important stuff, that happens offline, in person. And if this is really true, then your life isn't as far gone as the lives of at least half the people watching this video. For the rest, you're Almost everything invented by man can be weaponized. A football, pencils, tin cans, a keyboard, slippers, everything. Control taps into this aspect of weaponizing things, specifically weaponizing the internet. It acts as a cautionary tale of sorts, telling us our lives are doomed now that the internet is here. Because AI will inevitably take over our lives, and rich men will take advantage of this. Nella, played by Ananya Pandey, and Joe, played by Vihan Samat, are a social media influencer couple. They make couple videos, upload them online, and make enough money to come settle down in Mumbai. But one day, Nella catches Joe cheating on her and ends things. Her future is kind of up in the air for a few minutes, but she recovers quickly, gets a new single life and an AI bot, and begins living the good life again. But then her ex-boyfriend goes missing, and she goes down this rabbit hole that kind of screws up her life. Eventually, she ends up working at her father's bakery, and the film kind of ends. Yeah, I know that description was kind of dry and made you lose interest in the film, but it really is a much better film than that. It's a better film, but look, I don't think the film is bad. I think it's a decent film. It has a good theme at its heart. The theme being technology can be used for evil. A theme that actually works for the film. Ananya Pandey as Nella does a fairly decent job of what she's given. It's surprising, sure. Ananya Pandey isn't known for her acting chops, but she does well here. Probably because the actor's own personality is sort of what Nella's personality is. And the actor who plays Joe, he does pretty well as well. Look, the film looks good. I think everything is great, but there's something that just doesn't work for me. And I can't figure out what. I keep fluctuating between this is a good film and something in this film just doesn't work for me. And I really don't know how to feel about it. By the time this video ends, I'm still not going to figure out what I don't like about this film. But there were things I definitely did not like about it. When I first found out about the film, I maybe watched the short clip on Netflix that they show. I felt that this was going to be a science fiction film where the AI turns out to be the bad guy. The AI is the one who disappeared Joe Mascarenas. It somehow science fictioned him out of existence. I figured the AI would be the bad guy like in Megan, the film with the robot doll. The promos, the trailers, the buzz around the film was all leading to that, or at least that's how it felt to me. But this isn't a science fiction film. The science in it is really nothing to write home about, and the AI does nothing evil. Even 10 years ago, this probably wouldn't have qualified as a science fiction film because the internet was still a thing back then that people would look at with suspicion. And because I assumed that this was going to be a science fiction film, I was somehow bummed out that it wasn't. It's also implied somewhat, somewhere in the middle of the film, that the AI may have had something to do with Joe Mascarena's disappearance. But then that's thrown out of the window almost immediately. Joe was killed by ordinary human beings, which means they could have dropped a large section of the script dedicated to the AI, and the film would still remain unchanged. Sure, the overall presentation of the film, which makes the film unique and interesting, the way the film is shown to us through videos, web calls, device cameras, all that, there wouldn't have been a good enough reason to keep them in the film. But that's also sort of what I like most about the film. The film's presentation, the video cameras, the web cameras, the phone cameras, all the cameras that aren't film cameras. I like that format quite a bit. It's not an original format really. Blair Witch Project, Hardcore Henry, Cloverfield, Rec, Searching. They're all films that didn't use traditional filming techniques. They used cameras other than film cameras to tell their stories. And Control mimics that format. I liked it. I like the way the film looks quite a bit. And I'm sort of torn between liking the film for the way it's shown, which I like quite a bit, versus the actual content of the film, which I sort of appreciated, but I didn't like too much. And that's where I am. The film is good, but I didn't like it. Or maybe I did like it. I don't know. I suppose that's where I'll have to end this video. I will see you soon.